cinema. Welcome back in Paris, and today we have here Esther from My Pop-Up Store, which is a great company that can help you with your own pop-up stores, and especially they gathered an awesome know-how about how to put it together, how to prepare it, design it, hire people for your pop-up store and make a great pop-up store happen. So today I will ask Esther a few questions to share the knowledge with you. So hi Esther, how are you doing today?
Hi, great, thank you.
Awesome. My first question, let's go straight into it. I'm a young brand, okay? I'm starting just. And I'm putting together my sales strategy. I'm thinking about distribution and how to increase my sales, how to make my sales happen. When would be a good point to have a pop-up store in my strategy? What do I need to have a pop-up store?
Well, it depends what is your brand about, what do you sell. Usually there is, with products, there is a seasonality. Well, Christmas is always a good timing to open a pop-up store, like obviously, because people are discovering new brands and, well, let's say it, buying a lot for Christmas.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it really depends what you sell. So seasonality, it's always a good thing. If you're selling bathing suits, like the best timing will be probably April or May, or maybe the whole summer. But it also depends on your own strategy. Well, it's probably like our clients usually they already have like a website,
Store.
an e-shop,
Okay.
yeah, before they open their pop-up store.
Yeah.
So they can advertise also on their website about this store, because there is no interest of opening the store if you can't bring people to it.
Yeah.
You can still be on a very crowded street, but it's not enough. It can be enough, but you can do better than that.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
I have some more, you know. So one thing it would be, I need my e-shop. And the other thing, I heard, for example, do a pop-up store if you are a well-known brand. If people know your logo, if they know your brand, if you do a pop-up store, they will be like, oh my god, there is like this and that brand, like Kenzo, you know, like having a pop-up store, everybody wants to go there because people know them. If I'm a young brand, not many people really know about me, I need to push communication and I need to push sales at the same time. I kind of want to try my product. Is a pop-up store a good idea, or shall I avoid it, or how to make it successful if I just want to try my product, increase my visibility and increase my sales?
A pop-up store is definitely a good thing, but you will need to push communication too. If you really have the ambition of making it work, it's a tool, but it's not self-sufficient.
Okay.
Usually. So you will need to push communication, and even if you're a big brand, even if you're Kenzo, you will definitely push communication.
I see.
And something else to answer your first question was that the release of a new product, or the anniversary of the brand, or of a product, or things like that, are very good opportunities to launch a pop-up store.
Okay. But releasing a new brand as such, to do a pop-up store, you will have to push the communication, do something super special to bring the people to the store. You have to
need
really
to find a story.
Yeah. No, you have to have a story, guys, you know? It's not about storytelling, it's about story doing. So as we spoke about it many times in my workshops, you have to have a real story, just don't try to fake this.
Well, you just need people to, to
attract
have
them,
something, to catch on, you know.
Yeah. This is what we are talking about in the workshops, exactly the fashion business semester. This is where we are defining your brand. What is it about? You see, if you don't have a story, to go to see a PR agency makes no sense. To go to make a pop-up store makes no sense. You have to be sure about who you are and what is the value that you are bringing. Okay, Esther, next thing. Esther, elle est française. In Prague, a lot of brands that are small, they manage to get their own pop-up store, how they call it, as a corner in a multi-brand boutique. So there would be like a table or a rail that would be dedicated to this one brand. How do you define a pop-up store in Paris? Is this happening in Paris? Can you like create such a small pop-up store as a little space in some other space already? Or does a pop-up store really like pop up and disappears afterwards here?
Well, the multi-brand shop is definitely something we have here, and we have more and more demands for this kind of pop-up stores. But this is only a good solution if you don't have a lot of money and you just want to sell a bit of your products, but you're not gonna like make yourself famous for that.
I see. Yeah, it doesn't have the same results and impact and traffic. And,
You will sell a bit, but you need to do that. It means you have no more goal besides of selling your product.
I see. It's important. So.
But you will sell because you have all of the clients of the other brands.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing too. But what we define as a pop-up store here is more like your shop. And I guess the only definition is that it's open for a limited time. You know, there is a day of end.
Okay.
That's because there are so many kinds of pop-up stores that it's difficult to define with some other way.
Okay, so we will talk about the different word of my pop-up store in the next video. Let's move to the next question. I decide to make my own pop-up store, and I would tell myself, okay, I don't want to just have a sales little corner in a multi-brand boutique. I want to have my own pop-up store, cool thing, everybody will talk about it, it will be great. What do I need to do it? What is the know-how? How much time would it take? What do I need?
Well, the first thing and the most important one is to find the shop.
Okay.
Unless you have a very big client database, you will need a good shop in a good street.
Okay.
So you make yourself seeable.
Uh-huh.
And that can take a lot of time because if you're doing it by yourself, you will have to, walk on the streets and look at every store and see which one are closed or maybe about to close, and find the
owners,
the owners, and try to convince them.
Yeah, for such a short period. How long does it normally take, the pop-up store?
Well, it depends. It can be from 1 day to 2 years or 3 years.
Wow.
Usually, let's say 1 day to 1 year. But it depends what your goal is.
Okay, and for example, before the Christmas, how long would you, for the Christmas pop-up stores, when would you open it and when would you close it?
We have all kind of demands about that, but I think the best would be to open probably beginning of or mid-November, and to close, I guess, on the last day before Christmas.
Okay, or in Czech Republic, the Christmas day, 24th of December, around 6 p.m. Until that time, people are still shopping for presents.
Here too.
Yeah, but maybe more on the petrol stations than concept stores or or pop-up stores. So yeah, okay. So I need to find a store, the owner, convince them to rent it to me for a limited time.
It's not impossible. I've seen a lot of people doing that, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of energy
and effort. Okay. So then, okay. So then I actually have to accommodate all the space, so I have to prepare the design. What is the next step? How long would it take? It's like really opening a real store.
It is, but you probably put a little bit less money for a temporary store.
I see.
You will, choose shelters that are a bit less expensive and more reusable somewhere else.
I see.
The other important thing is the communication. You have to push the communication, even if it's small things, small flyers that you give on the street or things like that, or just a message on your website or an email to your clients.
That should be for sure, but you need a database of your clients that actually even live in a certain distance from the space to make sure that they will come and visit. So, okay, this is all we need. And then what else do we need for the pop-up store?
Yeah, well, so we talked about the furnitures and the design and communication, and you will need to have, I don't know how it works in Czech Republic, but or Slovakia, I don't know, but you will need some system to I'm not sure of the word in English, you know, to make the transaction. Like
yeah, this is like the till, where you can like actually give a receipt to your customer, receive the money, and have some system.
Also for the system for the credit card.
Okay, true.
So you have to think about that. You have to think about the salesperson. You need someone in the shop constantly.
Yeah.
And you will need to think about what will be the opening hours of the shop.
Yeah. And somebody who can sell your product, not just a friend who would be there behind the till. You need somebody pretty proactive to present the concept and show the people what a great job you've done. Okay.
And you have to make very clear that it's a pop-up store and it's not permanently here. Otherwise, you know, clients will just come in, look at it, leave, and think, I'll come back later, and then they'll come back and it won't be there anymore.
Okay.
So that's also a sales argument.
Wow, wow, yeah. Okay. It's pretty a lot of stuff to do about the pop-up store, man. Okay. And the last question for Esther would be regarding the greatest pop-up store ever. How to create a pop-up store where everybody would come, everybody would talk about it, it will be a great success. What are the things to tick to make sure we have this?
First of all, and once again, the space.
Okay.
This is like the most important thing. You need to have the good space on the good place.
Okay.
Otherwise, it won't work.
I heard stories like this. I heard one brand saying, we totally messed up our pop-up store. We had it before our own shop. We just wanted to try our product, how it works. And so we were like, we're not going to invest a lot of money. We found a bad location with no traffic. It was a total fail, and it really helped us to do good choices for our own store. So always remember, you cannot fail. You either win or you learn. So even if you mess up your pop-up store, it will be painful, but you can learn a lot through it. But let's talk about the success stories now, okay?
I mean, even if you're Dior or Chanel or brands like that, you'll need traffic.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely. So that's the first thing. The second thing is communication. You need good communication and articles in magazines and stuff like that. The more you communicate, the more it will be successful. And third thing, you need a reason for people to come in your shop. It's not just a shop where you sell.
Yeah.
And we said before that you need a story, but you need some attraction too. So you have your story. For example, it's the anniversary of your bestseller product.
Okay.
But what do you do about that?
Okay.
It's one thing to say it, but then what's next? You know, you need to create an event around it.
Okay.
And I don't know, maybe it is to give a sample of that product to, like, let's say the first 100 customers, or maybe it is to design all the store about it, or to design some special store which doesn't look like a store, maybe.
Okay.
Or you know, you need to create something with your story. It's not good enough to have a story.
Okay. So maybe collaboration with an artist,
Maybe
that would make sense with your concept.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it would.
So what about technology? I was checking, you've done like a plenty of stuff where you're like shopping from the window directly, you know. But we will maybe discuss this one later. So we have three main things about your greatest pop-up store ever: great space, awesome communication, and communication about something That's also
a good
itself.
reason to come.
Yeah, good reason to come for the people. Okay, thank you very much, Esther. We are going to prepare another video for you where you will get even more information about pop-up stores. I'm sending you my best regards from Paris, and I see you soon. Bye.